The Omega Speedmaster Professional, it's one of those watches that once you empty your entire bank account to be able to afford one and you own one in your collection, you absolutely love it. But at the same time, you hate it. And let me explain a little bit more about that. It's a watch that makes you not want to wear any other watch. Now, I've had my Omega Speedmaster Professional 3861 for just about 1.5 years now. Now, you can go ahead and scroll down and see the very first video I actually made about it 2 months after purchasing this particular model. And since then, when you guys see me make these videos for you guys, I wear other watches outside of this Omega Speedmaster, but I wear them for the purpose of the actual video being filmed. On my day-to-day routines, the watch that actually gets the most wrist time, the watch that actually makes me want to deviate from every watch I have in my collection, is this Omega Speedmaster Professional. It's a watch that's massively produced and very desirable by many watch collectors. And if you own one, you know exactly what I'm talking about and what I'm about to say here today. When I walk into an authorized dealer that holds Rolex, Omega, Audemars Piguet, and all the other brands, I shoot right across and go to the Omega boutique first to see and try on some of their different models. It's a brand I absolutely have a lot of respect for, but it's a brand and it's a watch that I also dislike because I'm unable to wear anything else I own in my collection. It is just such an incredible timepiece. Now, I'm going to say something here that you're probably going to disagree with me, and by all means, this is just my personal opinion, but this is the best chronograph you could buy for the money. Now, I'm not here to bring down other chronographs such as the famous and absolutely overblown out of the proportion Rolex Daytona or the Zenith El Primero or even the Breitling Navitimer. Those are amazing chronographs. They are where they are today because of how incredible those watches are. But on the end of the day, this Omega Speedmaster Professional 3861, this is the best chronograph in the $10,000 mark. I'm even going to say that it's probably the best chronograph in the $20,000 segment. It is not just chronometer certified, but also METAS certified. And if you don't know the difference between one and the other, the chronometer certification focuses strictly on the accuracy of the movement. But when it comes to the METAS certification, this gets put through a ringer. This movement gets tested for its absolutely maximum durability. Without saying, it goes through some of the harshest testing you could possibly do on a watch. So wearing this makes me absolutely carefree. I enjoy this watch. I love wearing this watch, but I hate it because this is not my holy grail. If you guys know me long enough on this channel, you know that my holy grail watch was my Panerai 914. It's a watch that I absolutely did a tremendous amount of homework on before I got the chance to own one. And it took me a while to be able to achieve something like that in my collection because these types of watches, they're not cheap. They're actually pretty expensive. And I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of money. So for me to be able to have my holy grail, which is my Panerai 914, was a big milestone when it comes to collecting watches. Now, there's a whole video about my Panerai. If you want, I'll put it down in the description below, so you guys go ahead and check it out after this video. But once I purchased my Omega Speedmaster, once I added that to my collection, and not even though, but once I put it on this Omega Speedmaster 57 bracelet, it took away from me wearing anything else I have. And if you are an Omega Speedmaster Professional owner, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's a type of watch that you could absolutely wear with anything. It's a watch you could custom any way you want it. I don't think I've ever seen a bad photo on social media of this watch with so many combinations of straps, so many variations of the way this watch fits with outfits that I could simply look at and say, this kind of does not match. It absolutely works with anything. And what makes it even worse, that the farther I scroll down and look at Omega Speedmaster Professional videos on social media, I tend to see a lot of collectors talk about selling their entire collection just to own one of these. You would never see me get rid of my Panerai 914. I mean, I would probably live in a cardboard box before that watch would actually disappear out of my collection. But what I don't like is that this is stuck to my wrist. This is a watch that's so widely recognizable that when I go to watch meetups or for coffee, I get a question about it all the time. Is this an Omega Speedmaster? Is this the new model? How did you get this bracelet to fit on this Omega Speedmaster 3861? It's crazy how popular this watch really is. And to me, historically speaking, I honestly think that this watch is probably the best chronograph you could buy out there. Now, you guys go ahead and let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you think that the Omega Speedmaster deserves that much credit? On the end of the day, this is just my opinion. But if you feel that there are other watches that are much better than this, and if you have the cure of how to get rid of this watch off my wrist, please leave it down in the comments below. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.